Hey, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Last week was a really difficult one for the Jewish people. We lost 45 of our Jewish brothers in Meron, and the country and all of those families are still really trying to process and mourn the loss of those loved ones, and we continue to daven and to pray for those who sustained injuries and who are in continued need of a refuah shlema, of a complete healing. In this week's Parsha, we are told that when you see a fellow Jew's hand faltering, you see your brother's hand beginning to shake. And the Torah says, what should you do? You shall strengthen him. What we commonly say, give him chizuk. And it's interesting because the Torah is referring to someone who is impoverished. It's someone who lost money. And the language should be very, very clear. Someone who needs money, you should give him money. But the Torah doesn't say to write a check. The Torah says to give him chizuk, to give him strength. Of course, we have to take care of someone who doesn't have money. We have to write a check. But writing a check isn't enough. It's about caring and feeling a sense of loss when someone else is going through something difficult in their life, and trying to be there for them so that when they're starting to shake, you can grab onto them and you can say, hey, I'm here for you. This is such an important idea as far as Judaism is concerned, and it very much applies to our fellow Jews who we're supposed to see really as an extension of ourselves. The great Rabbi wrote, and he compared actually the entire Jewish community to the body of a single person. And you would never in a million years say, well, this is just my arm, this is my left arm, this is my right arm, this is my, right? This is who I am. This is an integral part of who I am. And although we don't always feel connected to every Jew in the world, we're supposed to try to cultivate that sense of achdus, of unity, of oneness. And this week we will be celebrating Yom Yerushalayim, which was an extraordinary day in modern Jewish history, in the aftermath of the Six-Day War that brought together Yerushalayim. Jerusalem, we know, in 1948, when Israel was partitioned, the Jewish people received just a little piece of Israel. It did not include much of Jerusalem. But 19 years later, after the Six-Day War, it was brought together. And it was a sense not only of just like, wow, we got the Yerushalayim back, but there was a sense of achdus, of connectedness. Jews who lived anywhere in the world felt like they had just been given back a piece of their own body, a piece of Yerushalayim. That's the kind of sense that we need to have, even if we didn't know one person who lost a family member or a friend in Meron last week. It should affect us. We should be thinking about it, and we should be putting our hearts and our minds and besimcha this week, with joy, to celebrate Yom Yerushalayim, which will be celebrated throughout Israel. And we could say, well, I'm living in New York, I'm living here, I'm living there. What does Jerusalem have to do with my life? If you're a Jew, Yerushalayim has a lot to do with your life. And if you're a Jew and you care, and we all do, we love each other. Kol Yisrael Arevim. Zeba Zeh, the rabbis of the Talmud, declare that all Jews are responsible one for the next. We should feel something sad from what happened last week. And please God, something happy to commemorate Yom Yerushalayim in the coming week. Shabbat Shalom.